These days, every hotel claims to have a bed that's just perfect. But at Radisson, with the touch of a button, you can adjust the firmness of the Sleep Number bed for comfort that's just, well, perfect for you. Find your Sleep Number exclusively at Radisson Hotels and Resorts, and stay your own way.
Where do most of America's homeowners keep most of their savings? In their home, their nest egg. And Freddie Mac helps make home ownership possible. Freddie Mac makes mortgage money available so lenders can make more home loans. We've helped over 44 million families own their own home. And since nearly 20% of America's economy is home and housing related, Freddie Mac also helps strengthen America's future. Freddie Mac, we make home possible. And it's working.
In Ethiopia, there is concern history could repeat itself with a big drought looming. In the 1980s, you may recall, drought and subsequent famine killed 1 million people and prompted a refugee crisis. But this time, there is some hope they are better prepared as people take matters into their own hands. Paula Newton joining us now from northern Ethiopia with a story you'll see only on CNN. Paula.
You know, this has been a very good year for rain here, but having said that, they know they can very easily slip into drought. Really, it just takes a matter of weeks. What they really want here are the means to survive a drought. For all its rugged, unblemished beauty, northern Ethiopia is an unforgiving sort of place, easily scorched by drought, in a blink, host to famine. For 70 years, Gebsiher Kifleonase was at its mercy until now. He has more fruits and vegetables than he can count. His farm was nothing but a dust bowl just 2 years ago. His new bounty is downright biblical. He never imagined at his age he could feed 7 grandchildren. In Ethiopia, they say water is life, and they truly mean that. Drought brought this family close to death a few times, and the whole time the water they needed to survive was right beneath them. A pump, a deep well, such simple things that are revolutionary here. Most farmers always relied on rain
and God, but now they got water under their area or under their plot. High-value crops are now planted.
What they've started to do here is harvest water. They're building mini dams, reservoirs, funneling the water, diverting it, digging thousands of wells, collecting the precious resource every time it rains, so when it doesn't, they'll still manage.
After they see the change, after they see the water, because water is life for them, they fence it, they have their own garden, and they keep it well.
All of this betrays the legacy of Tigray province as the epicenter of a cataclysmic famine in 1984, a place where drought triggered a flood of relief. People here have worked hard to shake that stereotype. They are terracing the hillside as part of a program that could signal a new self-help approach to aid and development. This is a Work for Food program run by a homegrown aid group, REST, and supported by USAID. They pull together at a breakneck pace to rehabilitate their land, and they get food supplies in return.
Where in the world can you, if you like, mobilize thousands of people overnight to literally build dams and river diversions with their bare hands? You can't expect American farmers in this particular case to keep on producing food to feed Ethiopians.
This could be the end of giving away food and instead giving back the very resource so desperately needed here. As the next drought looms, many Ethiopians say they aren't interested in another famine photo opportunity. They want to come through it all on their own. You know, in this remote village, Miles, what happened during the last drought, which was just 2.5 years ago, is people had to pack up their belongings, take their families to another village to collect that food aid. They don't want to have to go through that again. They want to be able to stay here and just live on what they've conserved. Miles?
Paula, if you could give us a sense of the logistics, how difficult is it to get that aid into Ethiopia where it is needed?
Well, you're dealing with, at times, very, very huge masses of populations. The numbers are the first problem. In any given year, you can have almost half of Ethiopians dependent on food aid. You're talking, trying to get bundles of wheat, bundles of vegetable oil, bundles of just the very basic necessities through rugged terrain. There are, absolutely huge mountains behind me, impassable in many cases. A lot of people live in those remote areas, which is why a lot of times they actually have to go to the food. Miles?
Paula Newton in northern Ethiopia, story you'll see only here on CNN. Thank you very much. Soledad.
Quick look now at some of the stories that our correspondents are following around the globe, from details of those terror attacks in London to the oil fields in Iraq.
I'm Paula Hancox in London. British security services were ill-equipped to prevent the July 7th London bombings, which killed 52 and injured 700 people. A report out this Thursday says what is to blame is a lack of resources in the security services. They say that there was a clear failure in intelligence that this attack took place, but not one single agency or individual is to blame. In addition, they say the terror alert system in Britain should be changed. It was lowered just before this attack took place.
I'm Arwa Damon, embedded with the 101st Airborne in the oil-rich region of Kirkuk. Now, this is known as the eternal flame. You can actually step on it and the flames will not go out. Legend has it that the flame has been burning for 2,000 years. However, the U.S. military told us that it is a product of natural gases burning 300 meters below the Earth's surface, creating a flame so powerful it is broken through right here. A testimony to the natural resources that are located in this area.
Now, these or any of our top stories this morning can go right to our website, which is CNN.com. Miles?
Coming up, an unusual case of alleged sex discrimination. It's in Wisconsin. A teacher who says she was fired for being pregnant. We'll explain. And later, one small town takes on big oil. We'll tell you why critics say it's only hurting the little guy. Stay with us.
When you smile,
printers and copiers so advanced, they're simple. That's a reason to smile with Kyocera.
The whole world smiles with you.
Award-winning performance. Another reason to smile. Brilliant color. Low cost of ownership. #1 in customer satisfaction. New reasons everywhere you look. That's the power of people-friendly. Only from Kyocera.
I think my new show knows how to turn around the president's poll numbers. We give it a shot tonight.
Glenn Beck, 7 to 9 on Headline News Prime.
One chick, one chicken dinner. 6 chicks, 6 chicken dinners. 1 is good, 6 is better. Especially for NASCAR Nextel Cup Series racing. Now add not just 1, but 6 channels of in-car coverage, plus data, telemetry, and team audio with NASCAR In-Car. Only on digital cable. Order today for just $99. Call now. When it comes to sports, we're on your team.
It's the newest generation of PET CT scanners, discovering even smaller tumors in less time than ever. The Lourdes Regional Cancer Center offers the resources of positron PET CT, the only provider in the southern tier utilizing the newest generation PET CT scanner. Now, both a PET and diagnostic CT scan can be taken within a single 20-minute session to discover even the smallest of tumors. For experienced, spiritually based cancer care, think positron PET CT at Lourdes.
Time Warner Cable puts